In light of this Wednesday, dear white liberal, Black Lives Matter splattered yellow on strips of pavement is pandering in place of policy change. Just say you don't want to try something new by abolishing police in its current form and go. I'm tired of colorful visuals clouding visions of fairness. Rename the team, rebrand the syrup, solicit black writers for journals white as pages they print on. Social justice is good business now. A game to measure wokeness, see who gives better worded empty promises to acknowledge troublesome times, then time how long before someone asks, "This you?" in the caption of a receipt to ghosts of bullshits past and present. I mean, at least there are those clear in their grim reaper hooded visions of future for us black folk. Something to shoot and stomp to protect entitled resources. Nah, as you so-called allies I'm eyeing, you who quake at the no peace and no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, ancestors hexing your privileged foundation. Your ears bleed when ordered to empty pockets. Stand aside so others take office jobs. Be intentional in hiring beyond the pale and male without defaulting to roles like chief of diversity. Dear white liberal, if our demands to be seen as human beyond dollars and donated organs are fucking inconvenience, if all you have for genocide that starts with medical questions from a black mother gets ignored by her white doctor are skin-toned band-aids, sit your $5 ass down before we make change with black masks and black hoodies out of gated communities. And no, we do not have the cultural capital to storm the Capitol like your conservative comrades, capping for a crybaby colonizer in chief who can't take a loss. Gates swung open for them like limousine doors. But fuck that. Anarchy is inevitable, so may it be for the birth of true equity, not for a wannabe emperor. Dear white liberals, someone's riots will always be another's revolution, and your rhetoric about that or this, that or this, that or this, not being a real protest would still be the same should more ground be stained by rivers of black blood before souls even hit the steps. The current ways got my people bopping in decay anyway. So what is the point of polite if all paths lead to sound bites like Black Lives Matter, splattered yellow on strips of pavement, scorched in demand for policy change? Sincerely, hands up, mouth closed, ears open, wallets ready.
Rumble, young man, rumble. Oh! You had me from the first dag on line. And let me tell you something. One thing I hate about the time period that we live in now is they try and castrate you anytime you think for yourself. They try, but I don't sit still for it. And it's just like you said. I mean, and it's the liberals. It's not the Trumps who come after you. It's the groups. But anyway, tell me about that. I got my own perspective, but tell me about that poem from your perspective, bruh.
So when the protests over the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor got hot over the summer, some of you may notice in various cities they started doing little things like I mentioned, paying Black Lives Matter, or in Newark it was all Black Lives Matter on one street and white supremacy on another, both in downtown. They started doing that, started getting the press and the exposure and all that. I'm sitting here, we not asking for this, bruh. And we got tired of the little, what's the word I'm looking for? We're asking for certain things to change policy wise, but you're giving us little, oh, it's the first black this, or such and such got fired and we're replacing them with black whatever. I'm like, that's not what the fuck we're asking. You can do all that and it still be the same damn system. Like, come on. So that came out of a space of we're asking for actual change here. And even now, I'm seeing things and hearing things where you're trying to, President Biden is trying to compromise and try to bring people together. Meanwhile, I wrote a whole haiku about that type of shit where it's like, stop compromising. It's war. While you're trying to hug, they stab you in the front.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's where that's coming from. It's like this is where it is right now.
Yeah, you and I are on the same page. They're bringing a chess set to a combat zone, talking about I'm not here to fight. I actually wrote a poem saying, telling someone you're not there to fight is not protection against a punch in the face. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is Sean Battle. She is Treasure. Do you go by Treasure or Treasure Board? You are on mute, my friend.
Treasure. Just
Okay.
treasure. Mm-hmm.
Cool. And what's the next thing that you guys are doing together that we can log on to and check out?
That's your cue, Treasure. Talk about this Thursday.
Thursday, but before Thursday, our princess, my poetry daughter, Ashley the Poet, is taking over Evolu Cultures Live, and she's doing her first show of the year, where she's giving away prizes. She's doing, poetry. It's like an open mic cipher on Evolu Cultures Live. She's going live with that on our page. Thursday, every Thursday. Not only is this Thursday my 31st birthday, 1/21/21. It is also our weekly mental health session that we hold. I do a weekly mental health session called Renew with Evolu every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Where we just talk. It's my brainchild, it's my baby. I started out of not wanting to perform during quarantine, not feeling like artists had to, but artists just need a space to talk sometimes too. So every Thursday that happens from 7 to 9 p.m. We just had a show called Off the Mic with the Ism. He's our brand ambassador. And all of this stuff is going to be on our YouTube as well. So